So this video right here, I gotta get right. I gotta get this video right. Um, I don't know how many people that watch me know, but my favorite player in the league is Russell Westbrook, right? And here's the deal, right? I'm not even gonna call LeBron James my least favorite player because he's not. I actually do have a certain amount of admiration for LeBron James's career and greatness. Um, But and I'm not even gonna say he's my least favorite person because he's an overall good guy. But there's something that I recognize in LeBron James that So I really want to get this video right because shout out to Carcino, shout out to 93 Zay. I see he told me he's working on this video as well. Um, Shout out to Stephen A. Smith. Shout out to all the people who are reporting on this issue that I'm gonna say that finally boiled over. It's been 5 years in the 4 or 5 years in the making. We in 2025 now. Started the season. They traded late in the summer, I believe. They traded for Russell Westbrook that year. So it's 4 years in the making. 5 years in the works. And like the gloves are off, I guess. Um, Russell Westbrook is not signing Lakers gear, right? He's at the point where he doesn't want to sign Lakers gear. This was I mean, and this is the thing, man. People have pride. You didn't sign the little kids Laker gear, but you found something that you could sign, or you got a jersey that he could sign, that he wanted to sign. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't want to support the Lakers in any way. This is his hometown team. I want y'all to get this, man. I want y'all to understand that this is this man's hometown team. And he's done with them. And he's not even really that mad at the Lakers themselves, but I mean, and by extension, they've allowed it to go on. They didn't really, put out the flyers, fan the fames, or anything like that. They just let it burn. But Russell Westbrook is pissed at the Lakers. He's pissed at LeBron James. He's pissed at everybody involved in the situation because he got blackballed. Like he got done dirty. And this is the thing, man. Shout out to my co-host JB. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling him to come over to YouTube and start bringing up his content. He does it on Facebook. But this is something we and him have been talking about for years. I saw it when it was going down. When it was rumored that it was strong positive. Remember, it was DeMar DeRozan or Russell Westbrook that offseason, that summer. And it seemed like they had a deal in place for DeRozan. LeBron and AD both pushed it. They were hanging out with Westbrook all summer, hanging out in California, and they pushed him to sign Westbrook, to trade for Westbrook. Okay? I knew that basketball-wise, that was going to be a terrible deal. It just wasn't going to work. It just, LeBron had always been kind of clamoring for a guy who can make plays and get assists and do the things that he does while he's off the court or when he's not playing, and that would help the success. What I knew was going to happen was that Russell Westbrook and LeBron James are two similar players. Now, you can sit there and say, because this is what happens, man, that LeBron is better, he deserves the right of way. Possibly. I can admit that, even being a LeBron fan, being a Westbrook fan, and being a guy who just doesn't rock with LeBron. See, here's the thing, though. You wind up getting the guys you want, and then comparing yourself to the guys you play with. What's the point of that? What does it mean? Who cares if it's better? You wanted a second you on the team. Now, again, the shooting issues, the spacing issues, the issues itself was caused by a lack of give way. They didn't give way to each other's game. But Westbrook really, I think, and I called this, tried to tried to work with LeBron on the court wise, tried to be the good soldier. When it came time to go on the bench, he didn't fight it. He realized, hey, look, one thing, I'm a Westbrook fan, but I'm not I can sit there and admit the negatives in his game. I can sit there and admit where he needs work or what he's not good at and what you're just going to have to accept. LeBron fans can't. To them, he's the perfect player. He's the perfect teammate. He's everything. And this is what we get into, man. They really want Russell Westbrook haters like Skip Bayless. It's so funny because Skip at that time was going crazy on Westbrook. LeBron and all of the guys that complained about Skip Bayless, and shout out to you, Aziz, if you ever listen to this. But y'all didn't have nothing to say about, y'all didn't have nothing to complain because he was all on Westbrook. He was glazing LeBron, and he was all on Westbrook, who he hates more than he hates LeBron. Okay? For all those people that think it's all about hate, bro, when Nina Westbrook appealed to that man in public, stop saying Westbrook on TV. Stop saying Westbrook on TV. My kids are being teased in school. This fucking clown. And again, I'm glad that, like, I'm not, people call me Skip Bayless, and I am not a Skip Bayless fan. I will say when he's right, like anybody else, and I will say when he's full of shit. Yeah, he was full of shit. Now, you can sit there and not like the man's game. But if you're at the point where you know that children are being, and again, I get it. Okay, his kids are kids of millionaire, right? Kids of men, like even Nina Westbrook, his wife was an athlete herself. Okay, so these kids are probably genetic lottery winners, and they were born into but it still matters. They're children. They're young children. And you did not care that they were being teased in school by your little grift of calling this man Westbrook. Like, that's an original term. And he wouldn't even relent. Okay, cool. The situation played out. Russell Westbrook, they couldn't trade him in the offseason. Came back, took a bench role. The Will Smith situation that I'm hearing about now, how Westbrook, and I think I remember it at the time, but now it's kind of being, like Westbrook's like, yo, I can't stand this fake shit. This nigga don't like me, or this nigga's playing phony. He wants to act like everything is all cool. We ain't got no issues in front of esteemed company, and I ain't with this, and I ain't with the dumb shit. That's how Westbrook is, bro. You had Austin Reeves bench because he was calling Westbrook one of the best. And I remember this. It's like they want to bury that story. When Westbrook went to the bench, he actually helped both off the court and on the court. He helped Austin Reeves become the player that he became today. You got to remember, Reeves was a rookie back then. Reeves is coming into his 5th year. He was a rookie on that team. Russell Westbrook was the guy that everybody adored. See, LeBron is that politician, right? LeBron is the guy who says the right things in your face, but when you look and you know that this guy's a back politicking snake. And that's the thing that I'm always call LeBron. Whether y'all guys talk about, I talk about LeBron on your channel too much, I'm going to call it out because I've been calling this shit out before I had a channel. And I will call it out continuously until this man is no longer in the league. And guess what? I'm not even gonna go there. I don't even go there. Let's just say, because it don't stop you LeBron Glazers from hating on Kobe. All right? The fact that Kobe is no longer with us don't stop you from hating on him. Because this is what it is. This man has to be glorified so much. This man has to be glorified so much in you guys' mind that, no one's off limits. No one else is above criticism, but yet you give the slightest criticism, and fair or not. See, If you tell me Russell Westbrook can't shoot, or is a bad mid-range shooter, or is a bad three-point shooter, or turns the ball too much, or is a knucklehead, you will get no pushback from me because it's true. And if you want to tell me he's the worst basketball player you've ever seen in your life, okay, I'm gonna debate you on it. I'm not gonna call you a hater. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna call you names because you have an opinion. That's what a lot of it is. Because this man has never snaked nobody in the back. He's never stabbed nobody in the back. He's never done anybody dirty. He just plays his game the way he plays it. And for that reason, and that reason alone, he gets hated. He gets called shit like Westbrook. He gets all types of shit. But yet when someone calls out LeBron for his fake, phony, fucking backdoor, backstabbing behavior, Stephen A. Smith, who I know a lot of people ain't rocking with now, but he went back into the arena of sports and he started, and I guess he used LeBron's name to get himself out of the Jasmine Crockett hot water, whatever. I'm not even going to share my feelings on that, but I'll share my feelings on sport because this is a sports channel. He's goddamn right. Bro, I've been cool before Stephen A. Smith decided, all right, you pulled this shit at the Knicks-Laker game, I'm gonna start calling it for what it is. You a backstage, backdoor politics. You buy off media members and cry about the media hating on you. You get guys like J.J. Redick and fucking Steve Nash to kid, but one of them is a Hall of Famer. The other one is a Duke legend at least. Long career of his own. You get them to kiss your ass just so they can get a possible coaching job based on your influence. While you throw every nigga under the bus. Yeah, I said it. Man, and again, well, you see, this is the hypocrisy that I will always call out with LeBron fans, Glazers, and fanboys, Zesty Jeffrey, Bron sexuals, baby mamas, whatever, Bron tards, whatever label you want to throw at his sycophantic fan base. See, I can fuck with fans that can sit there and say, because remember, I'm a Westbrook fan. I can tell you Westbrook's negatives. Most of them are on court. I can also tell you his positives. I can tell you LeBron's positives. We talk about his negatives, and all of a sudden I'm a hater. I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this, I'm a that. You talk about a man being a statue on defense. He played 23 years, basically for the last 11, but for half of his career, this man has played almost no defense. So I can tell you that the longevity and still put up 20 a game and all of that at this stage of his career is wonderful, is amazing. But then I can also say it's aided by the fact that the man gives no effort on the defensive end, and his team has to hide that. And at best, unless they're stacked like they were in 2020, they've been mediocre. Oh yeah, I know they won in 2016. He was a bad defender then. You had guys like Mozgov and shit like that on that team, and Tristan Thompson to erase his bad shots and bad mistakes on defense. Lazy effort. LeBron has never been an incapable defender. He's never been, obviously his athletic ability. He has the ability to get chase down blocks and shit like that. But when you look at his day-to-day effort of actually perfecting and cutting and, closing out and rotating on defense, communicating, guarding a man. Like, I don't want to ask this man to guard the best player on the other team 48 minutes. But God damn it, give some effort. No, he has not. There's a reason why no one mistakes this guy for an All-NBA defender for over a decade. He is 41, and the last time, he about to be 41 in December, and the last time he made an All-NBA defensive team was at 29. Okay? And that's what he, and again, see, you'll start to go to everybody else. Again, I can't remember anybody that played until they were 40, who played until that latter stage of their careers, who gave as little effort for a long time on a defensive end. But LeBron James is the only one that can really get away with it. Yes, I know Jordan took 3 years off. So nigga, I need to know. Him taking 3 years off and coming back not in the best shape, actually gained weight, so he's a small forward and no longer can play the position he played with the Bulls. He was around 230, 240 instead of the 215 he played with the Bulls. That was more amazing than you realize. That was harder to do than people realize. Well, LeBron has played, and again, I can give you credit for playing and playing at a high level. Not a high two-way level, but a high level. An all-star level. He's been a legit all-star. He's been all-NBA most of these years. A couple of them, I think there were 15 players better than him, but okay. There's a difference between being incapable, a bad defender, but at least knowing how to work within the scheme of things. And there's a difference between just being a capable defender who gives no effort, who doesn't care because it's not going to garner you stats. Look, the Westbrook thing, man. Westbrook gives you an honest. There's one thing you can never say about Westbrook. This man does not hustle. This man does not give everything he has to the game. Is he stupid at times? Yes, I can admit it as a fan. But what does him in is what I like about him. The man will run through a brick wall to get that basketball. The man will do whatever is asked of him. And a lot is asked of him. He's been asked to go to the bench. I mean, is he a starting point? He's capable of being a starting point guard. Let's keep it real. And we are about to go into this season where Bronny James has two more years after this oncoming year of being a guaranteed NBA player with a guaranteed contract. And Russell Westbrook couldn't find a team. Blackball indeed, bro. Because Westbrook was good last year for a contending team. You know, he wasn't the starter. He was not going to get the starting job over Murray. But a lot of times, the Nuggets' best lineup had him, Murray, and Joker on the court at the same time. I guarantee you their stats can prove that. Throwing Christian Brown, throwing Peyton Watson, throwing Aaron Gordon. Whatever the other two players, those three were probably the best lineup that the Denver Nuggets probably had. And he couldn't find a job. Denver bought the hype that he didn't add anything to the team. Or the locker room got split because he was taking minutes. Whatever the situation was. I think the problem was Michael Porter Jr. That's been speculated on. Michael Porter Jr. is now a Brooklyn Nets. He's in basketball Siberia. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Again, I'm not trying to throw strays Bronny way. Because again, but I mean, let's keep it a stat. This man having a job and Bronny and Westbrook not having a job, that's an issue. That's an issue. Because Westbrook is not ready to retire. But God bless the Kings. At least they're trying to compete this year. And it would be poetic justice. Because again, I think you guys know, if you don't know by now, my prediction is the Lakers won't make the playoffs. And as I look at their schedule, the same way I looked at their schedule back in 2021-22 season, and I said, look, the first 2 months will tell a story. The first 2 months will tell a story. I said they have to have a certain record. They actually were given, that year they were given an easy schedule. And they got out of it, I believe, 8-7. I would have to look that up again. But they got out of that schedule like 8. I said, bro, their schedule was so easy at the beginning of the season. Just sprinkle with home games, sprinkle with bottom feeders. If they didn't come out, I think they were 8-7, and from then on it was trouble. If they didn't come out at least like 12 and What was it? No, not 12-5. I would say 10-5. They were 8-7, and then the schedule got hard, and then things got hard, something like that. Maybe I'm misremembering how that season started, but I know I said as soon as if they didn't come out dominant, that they were going to be in for a long haul. And then again, the injuries started piling up like I expected. LeBron's interest started waning like I expected. And Westbrook was there left standing alone to help that team get to the playoffs. Carcino has said it. I said it to my man JB before the season. I said, watch what's going to happen. You got AD playing center full time with really no real backup. I know Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. Think about that, man. 5 All-NBA 75 team, and I'm really including Dwight Howard, who belonged there. I mean, call that man the 75th tie, whatever. 6 Hall of Famers, because Rondo will be in the Hall of Fame one day and was on that team. And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in field goal percentage. And that team did not even not make the playoffs. They didn't make the play-in. You got to get the 10 seed to get the play-in. The play-in tournament was, it was actually 2021 was the first year after the bubble. So that was the second year of the play-in tournament. They didn't even make it. They weren't even close. They were not even close. And Laker fans, it's on you. If this is acceptable, because, see, that's the thing. That's the whole issue here, is that LeBron James, and I've said this, is so hell-bent on Russell Westbrook taking the blame, the sole blame for how bad it's, because let's be real, the next season, y'all were losing, you still blamed it on Westbrook. It's so funny. LeBron's greatness could not even survive Russell Westbrook going to the bench. Remember, when he passed Kareem, the Lakers were in the 10th or 11th seed. They were fighting with the upstart OKC Thunder that year. OKC Thunder, I know they're champions now, but that OKC Thunder was a 40-42 win team back in 2023. They didn't make the playoffs. They were fighting for a play-in spot that season as well. Now, when LeBron passed Kareem, LeBron decided, okay, I'm hurt now. I'm going to be away from the team for a little bit. Every year that happens with LA. I don't know if you Laker fans realize that. Every year there's some injury that mysteriously takes him away from the team. They come back. He comes back without Westbrook. I mean, after Westbrook was traded, they traded for D'Lo. Without LeBron, I think they go like 9-6 or something like that. Now they're in the playing spot. Because being in the playing spot does not take a lot. You can be a mediocre team because 10 out of 15 teams, you got to be one of the top 10 teams in a 15-man conference to get a playing spot. So they went in a playing spot by the time they came back. He comes back and put the play against the Bulls. This was done without him. And it was done because Austin Reeves has stepped up. And Austin Reeves got his confidence, got his mentorship and everything from not LeBron James, as he would later say. He got it from Russell Westbrook. And Carcino, shout out to Carcino for reporting that praising Russell Westbrook as his mentor got he put on the bench. Austin Reeves put on the bench. And again, you know what I say, man? These guys love being in LA so much they put up with the bullshit. It's funny, man. I mean, imagine you're a millionaire, a star Laker in LA. You got shit set, bro. You are set. This is why they put up with the shit. But as I say with these players, man, be careful. Be careful, because if it don't end up the right way, and again, hopefully for my man JB and the rest of you Laker fans, this whole LeBron Hollywood saga will be over after this year. After this is the last year of it. 8 years into it. This will be the last year of this shit. Westbrook, man, I hope he does well with the Kings. Again, I don't, I hope they get to the playoffs or at least take the play-in spot from the Lakers. Because I'm telling you, the Lakers gonna be terrible this year. We'll see. I like Luka. The crazy part is I like Luka, but I gotta be honest, the roster isn't good. It's just not a good roster. It's not a good. You guys looking at DeAndre Ayton like he's an all-star in the making. He was a one-time all-star, the number one pick in the same draft as Luka was. Okay, if I'm wrong on that, correct me. I'll make the correction. But I believe he's been an all-star one time. He has been a double-digit rebounder, so that helps. But he ain't a great shot blocker. He ain't necessarily a dominant scorer. He is a lunch pail top, 10 maybe top 10 to 15 in a weak center class crop of centers. The center's position is weak as it's ever been in NBA history. Let's keep it real. I know Joker and Embiid, who was there half the time. Oh, boy. Okay, man. Look, tomorrow I needed to do a video on my Knicks, man. And I just really, once I saw all this coming together, I had to do a video. I had to upload a video on this LeBron Westbrook saga. Finally boiling over. But, yeah, man. This is where I'm at, man. I talk the game, bro. I talk the game. It's sad, man. It's sad that we have to talk this behind the scenes shit. I like to talk the game. But a lot of what I have been talking about is what happened on the court, on the court and in that locker room. And it was shameful. It really was shameful how they did the bro. It really was shameful how they did Westbrook, man. But, listen, man, made his millions. I can't be that. I just love when real ones get their due, man. And Russell Westbrook's a real one. People will say, you know what? He made sure that kid got something. He got another jersey. But he ain't signing Lakers shit. Because, yeah, the Lakers tried to do him in. The Lakers did his team. No one ever spoke up for him. Shit is weird, bro. This shit is weird. And you bronzexuals and you bronze glazers and you baby mamas, y'all need to really, really, really get on this, man. Y'all really need to really come to grips with reality. Your boy's a fucking snake, man. I said it. I ain't going to belabor it too much longer. I'm out this piece, man.